Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday morning business training for November 20th. And here we are, barreling down the pathway to the holidays. Next week, Thanksgiving here in the US. I know you Canadians beat us. You know, you had yours last month, but here we are. And then it's Christmas and
Can you guys hear
it's
Gregor?
and
No.
one of the unique opportunities that this time
Gregory, you keep getting frozen.
us. There's unique opportunity. I wonder, well, then I'm supposed to turn the first part of this call over to Coach Jim Gilliland, who's going to talk about building momentum in the holidays. That's our subject today. So, Jim, if you want to jump on, raise your hand and I'll promote you because you kind of faded away here. And I know you're out there somewhere. Oh, there you are. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you for everyone. So over to you, Jim. And there you go.
Now, can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Great, great. Well, uh, I've owned quite a few businesses in my life, and I've been full time in network marketing for 30 years now. But as a high patrolman, I was a CHP officer, California High Patrolman, and during this time of year, I'd work Christmas days. I'd had to. A lot of people are required to work Christmas days, but a lot of people in network marketing or not traditional business, they think that it's time to slow down and enjoy the holidays. And so with network marketing, I've found that over the years that there's I don't slow down for the holidays. This is actually the best time of year to grow your business. And so what I'd like to do is, if my computer will cooperate here, I will share my screen, and I'm going to share my screen here. Hold on a second. And enlarge this a little bit. I just got too many screens open right now, I think, but let me see if I can get this to cooperate. And we'll start a little slideshow from the beginning.
That's beautiful.
Well, is it going to let me share it or not? Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we're
Yes,
we're not
we
seeing
can
it.
hear.
Not in.
Let me try sharing again.
It's
Yeah, it's
shared.
Greg, why don't you go ahead and
Mode.
Greg,
So,
why don't you go ahead and share for a minute, and then let me get this thing straightened out, because for some
no,
reason,
Jim, it is sharing. We see it fine, but just click on the screen on the slideshow little icon in the bottom right-hand corner. So we're not seeing it.
right. Well, I had it working just a little while ago, so let's see what happens here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Greg. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing going. So go ahead, Gregory.
Okay.
Let me get
Okay.
this.
Well, just stop sharing. Go ahead.
Okay.
And I'll just, you're still sharing, so it didn't stop. There we go.
Go.
Oh, now we're seeing your happy face.
Good. Well, so I've got this PowerPoint, and it's a pretty good PowerPoint, and I've got some good points in here. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to drop a couple screens. So give me a second here.
Okay.
Um,
You on your comment, this is the best time of year because we've heard from several people on the director's call yesterday.
Honey, you're
Example,
freezing.
I wonder why.
Yeah, Gregory, you keep freezing for some reason. So
There we go.
There you go, Jim.
Got it.
Yay.
you got it now?
Yes.
That's good, because I don't have it. So we'll just go ahead and let me see if it'll let me click through.
Beautiful.
And it's not going to let me click through. Okay. Can you see that screen? Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're
It's a
seeing slide
nice
one.
image. Yes.
Well, there we
You have
go.
2 monitors up?
Okay.
Hmm.
Sorry, guys.
Jim, do you have multiple monitors up?
I do, but they're not letting me drop it for some reason. So let me try this here. I'm going to go ahead and expand that. And sorry, guys, this is crazy.
Jim, you've got your
Since
open
where we prove
slide.
technically
Can you
competent.
forward it?
It looks beautiful though, from what we can see so far. It looks like a beautiful presentation. So thank you.
Well, you know what, guys? Let me just go ahead and go through it because for some reason it's not letting me do what I need to do here. So there's a couple things I want to talk about though. Is we look at the holidays, and as network marketers, it seems like we always want to slow down. They think, well, we're self-employed, we can slow down and just spend time at doing a holiday stuff. But like you're saying, in my business, I don't slow down. This is the best time of year to spend time with people, to share the product, share the technology, and to share the business. And so if you think about the time of year, we're spending time with friends and family, loved ones. And as we do that, we spend time with them. We actually do is we allow ourselves to get to know them better. Now, I'm in a kind of a pre-holiday mode right now. I'm actually doing is I'm doing 100 shares a night on text or messenger. And basically, I do this 10 days before Thanksgiving. I do it 10 days before Christmas. And it does is it builds a momentum. And I have so many people to talk to that by the time I'm halfway through my 10 days, I'm just scrambling to stay caught up with the conversations and with phone calls and stuff like that. Now yesterday is my first day of the 10. It was actually the night before I did first day. And on those 100 I sent out, and basically I'll read exactly what I sent out to people. So you guys kind of understand what my message is to the people as I text and message them. And it's real simple. I use my text and I go through I have like 2,900 contacts on my phone alone. But I also have my messenger, my Instagram, and all those things. But what I do is real simple, like this one here. I've got to go past response. The text is this, and I write it out, and then I write it out and send it to the first one, then I copy and paste. So I say, how are you doing? Question mark. Are you ready for winter and the holidays? Question mark. We decided to stay close to home this year. We love traveling. However, home for the holidays sounds nice. Let's talk and get caught up. Jim Gilliland. Now, I do is I copy, paste. I send the same exact thing to the 100 people. And before you're even done, you get people respond. So, well, don't respond to them right away. Just keep doing it. Okay. And once again, we're starting to build momentum for the holidays. So on that, I have on the first day I had my first night, I had 13 people respond to me and then 10 yesterday. So I had 23 people out of the 100 have so far responded. Some people don't read their text right away or their message right away. And out of those 23 conversations or 23 responses, I've had 5 conversations yesterday during the day, and I had 3 last night. One of the conversations was with the owner of another network marketing company. I've actually had 2 people already ask me for links to sign up. And once again, I wasn't talking to them about LifeWave. They just, when I got them on the phone, they'd ask me questions. How you guys doing? What have you been up to? Blah, blah, blah. We carry conversation. And they said, so what are you guys doing now? I said, well, we work with a company. It's a technology company. And we share a technology that's based on light. And if you're interested, I can send you a little link. Something simple. I don't go into trying to explain LifeWave, the product, all this type of stuff. My idea right now is to build a relationship, renew relationships during this time of year when everybody is like thinking about friends and loved ones, those type of things. One of the sad things, though, I found as I was going through my list is a lot of these people have died. You know, I'm 70 years old here in about 4 months. And it's like a lot of my friends are no longer with us, unfortunately. And so I'm building relationships. I'm dripping information on people that ask. And once again, it's kind of like Chinese water torch. I give them a little bit of information, just enough to whet their appetite. If they want more, they'll send them more. But I did this last night again. I cannot, it's like, I have so many people right now that want to talk. It's unreal. And so, but you think, well, everybody's too busy during the holidays. Are they? Are they really that busy during the holidays that a lot of people I know, they're thinking about, you know, what can I, you know, help? Can I help people? Can I buy someone a gift? Can I, you know, make some extra income so I can buy those gifts? Can I, you know, start thinking about the new year coming up? And so how can I, you know, build a new business? How can I increase my income? How can I go on that trip? You know, how can I go on that trip to Hawaii? You know, so what I do though is I continue to do this information, you know, just in little, you know, comments to them, and I'm building that momentum because in December we are starting to build our momentum. Then throughout December, the momentum starts to grow because we want to do is we want to end December really well. We want to end December in a great way. I mean, the volume is going to be there because people are using the specials that are going on, but we want to go into the next year already starting your business, you know, running for 2026. A lot of people, they take their time off November, December because of the holidays, and then they struggle to get their business going in January, February, March. I don't want to do that. And I haven't ever done that in the past. I always work through the holidays. I'll take Thanksgiving off. I'll take Christmas Day off, usually half a day, Christmas Eve. And you say, well, you're a workaholic. No, I love what I do, and I do what I love, you know? And so holidays are for relationship building and to, you know, get to renew relationships with people. I have people that have responded to me last night that I haven't talked to in years, and they want to get together and talk. Now, my conversations, though, is some of these people like to talk a lot. And so you have to come across like, hey, I'm really busy right now. I want to, you know, spend some time with them, 5-10 minutes, whatever. Say, you know what, I got a lot going on right now. This is really keeping me busy this time of year. Can we get back together? Always leave a conversation with another appointment to get back together with them. So, because this time of year, I wish I had my PowerPoint. I could show you guys some stuff. Is a incredible time of year to just, you know, take action, you know. And I have a day.
So Jim, you know,
But
we're seeing slide number 1 of PowerPoint. So you're still screen sharing.
I don't know why, but
Okay.
yeah, I can't control that. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sure the rest of the slides really.
Yeah. Let me see if this one works. Okay. Hey, can you see that screen? Can you see that screen?
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
Jim,
still
do you see
looking
at the top slideshow? It's underlined. See that?
Sorry, guys.
What if you talk to it that you can see it and trust that we can see it, what you're talking to as you're highlighted around it?
Yeah, we see a new slide.
You see any slide?
Why
Okay.
Yeah,
work
you
in
can
your
just flip
network?
through the slides on the left. That's okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's just go ahead and go with it
Yeah.
and see if you guys can read along with the slides. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, like I said, as it says here, we want to finish 2025 strong and launch into 2026 with momentum. Ah, there's a screen. Can you see that? Can you see where it says myth? Everyone is too busy.
We see the next one now. Why working your network marketing business?
Okay.
Through the holidays matters. That's the one we see.
Perfect. I'm sorry, guys.
Can you just click on
I'm
the
using my laptop just like Gregory because my PC is down. And so it's the opposite. This is what Greg's got going. So
There
Can you
go.
just click down through the
right.
screens on the left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you see myth? Everyone is too busy.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So everyone thinks they're too busy. People are, they're open to emotional and reflective more downtime than expected. Holiday expenses create demand for extra income. So if you were to think about your friends, who fits into this category? Okay. They need some extra income. Okay. They got their time that they can actually look at what you're showing them. So this time of year, though, we have less competition. And the competition, the other network marketers, a lot of those people are taking time off. And so it's actually a good time for us to go out there and reach out to people that are in our industry, because like I said, people start to slow down and just, they don't work their business. And so the momentum compounds. So in December through January, we're looking for people to sign up in the business. We're looking for new brand partners. Okay. As we find those new brand partners in January and through February, we help those people rank up. We help them get to managers and then to directors. And so what happens is throughout our entire 2026, our business starts to grow. Now, I don't spend any time really right now talking to people about X2O. I focus on X39. X2O is something in the future. Okay. And so focus on, as you talk to them about the products, talk to them about X39. Okay. Build relationships. Relationships is this is a season to take care of, to take advantage of building those relationships. How much easier is it to renew relationships during the holidays than it is throughout the other times of the year? So, holiday gatherings, and in the conversations we have those, at those gatherings, there's a lot of parties going on. There's a lot of people getting together for dinners. So I don't try to be this person that is always pushing my product. I'm always trying to do is build relationships, show people I care more about them than I do about making them, trying to get their money. Okay. I want them to know that I love being around them. I want to get to know them better. I want to help them out. And so the texting thing is the first step to building those relationship things. I have a friend that I contacted yesterday, and I found out she's got the big C word. She's a young gal, and she's dealing with some health issues, and she needs money right now to help pay those bills. And so she's interested in the business. So what's your daily holiday method of operation, your DMO? First of all, I do 3 new messages on Facebook each day. 3 new messages. I do 3 follow-ups on those messages, those as I go through the process. And then I also try to do at least 1 invitation to a Zoom or to one of our YouTube Zooms, from our Tuesday nights. And I try to do 1 post that has to do with some type of a story. So, and I always try to have 1 gratitude message, why I'm thankful for whatever. Now, our new LifeWave program we have, I've been using that for a year now. And you can alter that. You can change the pictures. You can change the wordings. So as you guys learn that new program, then you're going to find that you can use it for the holiday messages as well. And so just got to take some time, learn a little bit, and then start using it more. 2026 vision. So we know that X2O is coming. We want to build momentum for that, but we build momentum by building our business. We don't have to talk about the water. Okay. We can mention it, but we don't need to talk about it. We want to start building new ranks. We want to start building, like I said, bring people to manager, get them there as quick as possible. And then people are looking for healthy trends right now. They're looking for, I mean, one of the guys I speaking to yesterday, David Schmidt talks about a lot about olive oil. And so as I was talking to one of the guys about our convention, he asked a lot of questions. We were on the phone 3 times yesterday, and he's got it once, call me back today. He should have signed up last night. This guy is helping launch another company. And he actually, I talked to the president of that company yesterday because they're focusing on olive oil. So it was able to bring me into a conversation talking about some of the healthy trends that our company looks at. David Schmidt's always talking about olive oil. So it opened up doors to be able to talk to them about LifeWave. So as you start to look at the holidays here, don't slow down, speed up. Okay, speed up. Share with as many people as you can. Go out there and set your goal to talk to so many people a day. And like I said, if you've never done it, use your cell phone and send out copy paste a simple message to 100 people a day. 100 people takes you 45 minutes of your time. So I do my 100 a day. I usually do it in the evening. So they usually get it in the evening. And then, or the next morning when they wake up to check the messages, one of those 2 times they're going to see it. And then I start making my appointments to talk to people. I said, right now, I have so many people on my messengers and my text messages that want to talk about, they just want to get caught up. Okay. They want to get caught up with what's been going on. You say, oh, I don't know that many people. Yeah, you do. You know the people. You just got to do is look through your phone, look through your messenger, look for people on Facebook. You don't have to know them. Okay, one thing I'll tell you though, you're going to come across a lot of people that are already in the business on your phone. I do is I send the same message in. What have you been up to? And I've had one person say she's not interested, and I've had 2 people say I need to know more about the company. And so they're out there. You just got to find them. So Gregory, I'm going to send it back to you. I've kind of going to see if I can get out of the screen and let you have it back. And I think my sharing is no longer there. So go ahead and let you take over, Gregory. Sorry about that.
I'm going to leave my video off because I seem to have a bandwidth issue, and maybe I won't freeze if I'm not using video, but this was brilliant and so fundamentally basic. I love that because the holiday is a time everybody likes to reconnect, and just sending out a note, like you're saying, to people you haven't talked to in years, now you're on the radar, and some will respond, some won't. And what I've seen is this is a beautiful way and a beautiful time to reconnect people. And you're not calling and say, hey, have you heard about LifeWave? No, you're just saying, how are you? People don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. And you're expressing that at the very beginning in your text, which, thank you. I think Rochelle posted your text in the chat. How you doing? Are you ready for winter and holidays? You made it personal. That's beautiful. So you're reconnecting. And what I've seen, if you can start nurturing those connectives now.
Can't hear you.
After Thanksgiving, well, Robin, why don't you fill in the blanks? God, I don't know why.
We can hear you now.
Okay.
It's a morning for computers.
Yeah, it is a morning for computers. But, you'll get some people who will sign up between now and Thanksgiving. But after Thanksgiving, you can do a business follow-up with the people who expressed interest. And that applies the same for Christmas. Leading up to Christmas, you kind of put the contacts in motion. And, our 5-step process of connecting, and a beautiful way to connect and a beautiful time of year to connect. And they're not going to think it's about business because in many regards, it's not. It's about reconnecting. But then when the opportunity avails, you pique their interest, point them to a video or send them a video, and then follow up. And I've seen over and over, the last week of this year is always the best week of this year.
You're gone again, Gregory.
Actually,
I'm gonna,
Okay.
Gregory, let me follow up with what you were saying.
yes.
The last week of the year is sometimes the best week of the year. And I want to go back to what Jim said early on, is his mindset about holidays. A lot of people have this mindset, oh, it's not a good time to build. It's not a good time for business. So watch your own mindset and change it, because twice I went to a high rank the last 2 weeks of the year. And you just, it's where are you coming from? And this is it is a relationship business. Connecting with people this is the time of year where people are really asking the questions about, how was my year? What do I want more of in the new year, in my health, in my financial? So people are living in those questions right now. And like for so many of us, this is an answer to a prayer. Okay, back to whoever. Want to try to come back, Gregory? No, we can't
I'll
hear
try,
you.
but I'd like to. Yeah.
Can hear you, we can hear you now.
It goes on and off.
Oh, you can. Okay, good. Well, I just like to open it up to anyone else.
Okay, he's gone again.
Call yesterday. Robin, see if anybody else.
Okay. Who else wants to add
You
in
can hear me now.
some
Any
ideas?
suggestions for building momentum or questions for Jim?
Robin, I would like to share a comment and also ask a question, if that's okay. This is Rochelle.
Of course.
Hi, everyone. Jim Gilliland, it's brilliant. And Jim sent this to me a few days ago. I just want you to know he's an amazing friend and leader, and he does what he says. He's just been a great example. So thanks for sharing, Jim. This was wonderful. And as you were sharing, I like to do alliteration. And so these 3 R's came to mind, if this helps anybody else. This time of year is a time, like you said, Jim, to reconnect. Right. And then the second thing is reflect, because people are looking back at the year and what have I done? What can I accomplish? What can I do more? How can I be of better service? How can I improve my health? How can I increase my income? That kind of thing. And then right around the corner, Jim, is another R, refocus. And that's when we have our New Year's resolutions. And what's the biggest New Year's resolution? Right? I want to lose weight. I want to get healthier. I want to get into better shape. And so, what you share, it's so true with the holidays, especially the times people are going, that are going on now with so much uncertainty. But we can, like someone said just in the chat, that we have gifts of life, through light. So there's so much we have to offer if we have the right intention and the right heart. And another comment is, never give up on people. I contact people continually and keep up with them just as friends, continuing to build relationships, and then throwing out some information like, oh, geez, I was just at the amazing Anaheim convention, and you'll love this new introductory video with William Shatner, about our LifeWave office and welcome center. And just finally yesterday, one person finally responded and said, I'd like to talk to you. I've been having these situations, and tomorrow, which is today, is my day off. Can we meet? And, these are people I've known, but finally, after all this time, they finally are responding. So, this is always a good time. And so anyway, thanks for sharing all of this. But the question to all of you, and thank you on the director's call, because you're talking about the Black Friday specials upcoming. That's going to be another momentum builder. And some of the leaders even said they reached presidential, with these specials. But I had a question. I am listening to all the calls about the comp plan, and I knew the left and the right, the binary. However, now I'm not quite so sure. I'm putting in some new brand partners the next few days. And do I continue to build? The old plan is I needed more volume on my right, or I needed another manager on my left. Does that even matter now to position left and right? Because I'm trying to structure, as I go forward. I would really appreciate your comments.
So Rochelle, it's Robin.
Hi, Robin.
How about you and I have a session and look at your back office together? And I can ask some other questions too. And so we can look at your situation. How's that?
I would love that. Thank you so much.
All right. Sean, you have your hand up, and then Lavelle and Mijet.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, I'm Sean from Texas. The general question that she just asked would be nice to get an answer on, which is, do we still need to be concerned about building out the legs evenly?
Well, the answer is in a new way that the binary bonus works. The closer you get to even on left and right, the more you maximize the income of the binary bonus.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I needed to know that. Also, guys, I know this is a side question, but I'm trying to connect with somebody in the Live Younger team that lives like near me. Maybe even outlying areas is fine too. If I remember correctly, I think there's a manager or somebody that lives in Fredericksburg. I'm trying to make a connection. Gwen's been helping me with this a little bit, but she's now in Corpus. She used to live in Austin. So I'm trying to connect and like set up some, to help each other, like maybe with a table day here or there, a patching party and stuff like that. So if any of you have leads on somebody or know a name pops up, can you help me with this? I would appreciate it.
Yeah, that's great, John. And put that request in our Live Younger Facebook group.
Okay.
Okay, great. Lavelle and Mijet, Lavelle, Ravel, I love this. Jan, and then Diane and Fred. Okay.
Good morning, Robin. Yeah, it's Lavelle. And great job, Jim. And people are connecting, guys. Just want to remind you, and we all need a reminder that people are connecting during the holidays. So it's a great time to reach out and connect with people, family, friends, loved ones. That's a great thing. But there's a quote from a guy who's made so much money in network marketing. Some of you know him. Jeff Roberti says, Thanksgiving is one day, guys. Christmas is one day. New Year's is one day. You don't want to take off the whole holiday. So that's a great comment that he made. It's just one day, guys. So yeah, just keep pushing through. I want to remind you that, hey guys, all of us are here to support one another. But the company is going to be running these promotions, guys. But as team leaders, especially team leaders and anyone who wants to step up and be a leader, you can run your own team promotions. We do something called Christmas Cash. Who wants to make some extra Christmas cash? Guys, so those are things that we use. So guys, just want to remind everyone, hey, Christmas is only one day, guys. Thanks so much, Robin, for letting us share.
Thank you so much, Lavelle. Great perspective. Okay. Ravel, you're next.
Good day. First of all, Toronto Roadshow went quite well, although given the population of Toronto, we can really grow a lot more. Jim, I got a lot out of your presentation. Thanks so much. Looking forward to sharing this with my team. And one of the takeaways was when you mentioned 23 responded, I got to thinking about the number of people I speak to, and I was going to reach out to 5 of the people I spoke with yesterday at a women's entrepreneur event. And I was thinking in my mind, oh, the 6, I don't know because of X, Y, and Z. But I have to look at my thinking and say, oh, just because I didn't want to approach this one individual, that doesn't mean that she wouldn't be great or at least helped by these products. So I have to check my thinking in that regard. And it helped before speaking with people. I used Robin's comment, God, get me out of the way. So thank you for that.
From JJ, yes.
It's one thing though, it's not so much even that person you contact, it's not them, it's who they know also. I wouldn't have been in a conversation with the president of a network marketing company on the phone if I had not sent that simple text. And he's interested, but it's once again, don't spend a ton of time just, talking about you and the product, talk about them, get to know them.
It was all about them. It was wonderful. I loved it.
And so, it's like when I share with this, doing the message, you guys know Renee. Renee's on a lot of our calls, Renee and Leon Patillo. I did this last year, and Leon and Renee responded. I've known them for a lot of years, but I hadn't contacted or talked to them for a while. She's a executive, with LifeWave, and she's growing a business. And it's like, a lot of my team came from this simple method I do every year. And sometimes I do it every month just to, if things are slowing down a little bit for me, I'll do it again, another 100 people. Or I actually did 145 names in 54 minutes. The time that I do when I got Leon Renee in the business, just doing it 54 minutes straight. I kept timers. You don't when they respond back to you, don't respond to them right then. You just keep going. Don't stop. You can do it for an hour. You can do it 2 hours. You can do a couple hundred people. But once you do this, then you have to, follow up, make the phone call. Maybe you don't have their phone number because it's on your messenger. Get their phone number. Start building your list. But it's a way to rekindle the relationships. You don't have to have every one of those people in your business, but just they know that there's someone that cares enough to, hey, let's reconnect. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people out there that are looking for something.
Thank you. Hey, Jen.
Good morning, Jim. That was great. My question to Jim is, how do you keep track of all your follow-ups when you do those texts? Do you use one of the leaders sheets that we have, check the boxes, or how do you do that?
Okay. If you don't have some type of a prospect list, okay, can you guys see me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have the high achievers prospect list. And so it's just a notepad with names. Okay. Because if you don't keep track of them, they say, well, he didn't care enough to even call me. He didn't care enough to follow up with me after I said I'm interested. So right now I probably, just from today, because they keep on popping up here, I probably have 15 phone calls to make today. And I've got about 23 or 28 total that want to talk. Well, you say, then how do you have time to keep doing it? Well, it's kind of like a 90-day blitz. You just keep doing it. Let that list build those relationships. And you say, well, I don't have time to sit down for Christmas. Yeah, you have to take Christmas Day off. But you know what? It builds the momentum. And if you did 100 a day for 10 days, that's 1,000 people. Okay. 1,000 people, you're going to get some brand partners out of it. And you're going to have a list to launch you into 2026. And you just keep on.
So Jim,
relationships. Yes.
I think the question was really, how do you keep track of all those people?
Write them down.
Do you have do you just write them on a notepad? You have them. Are you a digital person? Or are you
I wish I was more of a digital person. I know some of you guys have your texting apps. I don't. I'm old school still, so I write it down. Okay. And then, you know what? One thing I have a particular file that I use. They're right here on my desk, and it's basically 4x6 cards. And I have a spot at the top for their name, address, and phone number. When I contacted them, what's the best day to contact them back? Because I have one guy in Hawaii. He's just texted me a couple minutes ago. I just saw it. He wants to talk later today. So I got the times. And then when I follow up on them, I say, I want, because we're asking them questions. How you been? What have you been up to? What are you guys doing? I have a little area that I write down information about them. They got 3 kids, 2 dogs, and their daughter's having a birthday in January. Okay, so I write it down there. And I have a 4x6 tickler file. And today is, what is the date today? Today is the 20th already. Oh my gosh. Today's the 20th. And if they want to talk to me on Saturday at 3, I put this in behind the set. I'm old school, but it works.
I love it. I love it.
I got my
It's
tickler file. It works. And, I have my tickler file is basically, it's a recipe box, 4x6 recipe box with numbers 1 through 30. I've been using it for over 25 years.
That's so great. Thank you. Okay.
Jim, what are the numbers 1 through 30 real quick? What is
The
that?
date today. So
Oh, the
today's the
dates.
20th. Yeah. So on the 20th, I pull out the cards for the 20th. Okay. I got to contact all these people here. I got like 10 cards and I got to call these people. Oh yeah, this is Fred. He's got three kids and a horse. Let's talk about horses today a little bit, and so when I get a hold of Fred, I said, let's follow up, Fred. What's a good time after, say, Thanksgiving's the 27th. Can we talk on the 28th? So he says, yeah. So I take the card and put it behind the 28th. And
Great.
so
Great.
it's old school, guys. Been training on network marketing for a lot of years, and it's old school, but it works.
That's the bottom line. You got to find a system that works for you. I think a lot of people are going to go out and get those index cards, Jim. Okay, we got a few more hands up. We have Diana and Fred, then Melanie, then Julie.
I just have a quick question on this whole group, or maybe this whole team. Does anybody have anybody in Boca Raton area, Delray, Florida? I have somebody down there who really wants to meet up with people, and I don't know how to guide her, so I didn't know if anybody knew anything. Anybody?
We have a lot of people in Florida, and Gregory, I'm just thinking Boca Raton. Again, you can put it in the Facebook group, and in the Facebook group, ask any Live Younger activities in Boca Raton area.
Perfect.
And
Thanks.
if there's anyone on this call, you can write in the chat. Okay, great. Melanie. There you are.
Hey there.
Hi.
I just had a quick question about following up. When somebody asks about the business and learning more about LifeWave, what's the easiest resource that you can send somebody without sending them too much information, but enough to give them a sense of the integrity of the business or more facts about it?
Okay.
Can I speak to that, Robin?
Yeah, I was just going to say, who wants to respond to that?
You know what? Gregory and Liz and Robin, they developed a program that's a duplicatable website. And so like mine is liveyounger.com/Jim Gilliland. I send that to them. Everything's there. And if they decide they're interested, they click through to the 3rd page and they can actually sign up as a brand partner, or they can sign up as a customer. And so that's what I use. I'm not into recreating the wheel. So these guys are brilliant. They put this together and it works. So you might look into that. It's in the newsletter.
Yeah, I've got that. I just didn't know if maybe you had other resources, or if people really wanted to know more, if there's something else.
Well, if they want to know more, if it's about product, you could go to the product, liveyoungerproducts.com. If there's science, whatever it might be. They have a new one for athletes. So you have to talk to them, find out what they're looking for. Okay. Yeah. That's part of the interviewing process. What are you looking for? Are you looking for science information? Are you looking for product information? Are you whatever it might be. I think we have one on pets. There's, you just got to find out what they're looking for. And you do that by talking to them and asking questions and listening. Too many of us just want to talk. We need to learn how to ask questions and listen to our prospects.
Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Julie.
Hi, thank you for giving us a couple more minutes. I just want to thank you for this great information. I'm a big believer in old school, but I also want to stay up to date. So, and because I juggle a lot of hats, what I've discovered is when I have that conversation and I put some bullet points in my notes in that person's contact in my phone, like the, specific things that were important to them, that has been huge. And even like I don't know if you know what I mean, but under the space, under the name where there's company, you can jot down what are the most important things to that person that they need, that they're looking for. And then that way, when you hear a call or a Zoom, you'll go, oh yeah, and then you can just cross-reference and go to that contact and send them a follow-up with that information. So I've discovered that, keeping those notes updated in my phone under their contact name has been huge as far as just remembering because right now, if they're not ready, you'll have them there. They'll already be there in your phone. So
That's so beautiful, Julie. And early on, Gregory has been my greatest mentor. And he said, it's our job to give people enough of the right information so they can make an informed decision. And by you taking the notes and getting specific on what's important to them, you're giving them that right information. That's great. Okay, we have Renee and then Sunshower and then David.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, and then Dr. Latrice.
I wanted to get clarification on the Live Younger Facebook group because there's so many different Facebook groups with
Yes.
Live Younger. And when I
Okay.
use the link, it
Mhm.
wouldn't show because of course it's a private group and it didn't even go to the page itself.
Okay, so it's what we recommend people do when you have someone new on your team who's a brand partner, to be a Facebook friend with them, and then for you to invite them to the group.
Okay.
And so when you open up the group, there's a place to invite your Facebook friends. That's the best way for them to get in, and let them know to look at their notifications so that they can accept it.
Okay.
And you may be able to hear,
Oh, honey, you're
if you
not.
can, look at the chat.
Look at the chat. Okay. I'm not seeing.
The Facebook link.
Oh, the Facebook.
Okay, this one worked. The
Oh,
first
good.
the first link didn't work, but this one worked.
Oh, good. Great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Sunshower.
Good morning. Linda Addington said a great thing, and so I'm in Now site trying to find the CRM icon or whatever. Can you put it in the chat as to how to find that, Linda?
Let me just respond to you. I have been going to the classes, but I do not yet have the app. So I know it's in there. I don't have a link for you today.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, David. Gregory, we can't hear you.
How about that?
News section.
There we go. Okay. So, thank you, Jim. That was awesome. I remember years ago, Jim told me about the recipe box, which is amazing because when somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to be out of town for a week," let's get back together after that. And you take their little card, write the information on it, throw it in the recipe box a week later. And when that date comes up, you pull it out and it reminds you to call them. And so that's like, people call that the magic box. So thank you, Jim, for teaching me that. Also, one sentence that you can remember this time of year, which is amazing, is 3 weeks worth of work right now will meld you 3 months worth of growth in the new year. When everything's normally somewhat dead, you'll have growth because whatever you start now after the first of the year, people are like, okay, what am I going to do this year? And they're already getting started. So 3 weeks worth of work right now will mail you 3 months worth of growth in the new year.
Love it. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
So true, Dave. You know, you guys, this is actually, I don't know if you can see me or not. I see Robin's picture, but this is my box. Okay. And
Oops, Jim,
You're
unmuted.
muted, Jim.
You muted, Jim.
can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. Start over,
We have
please.
computers today.
Start over.
Yeah, it's saying that there's, okay, unmute. So this is my box. Okay. And this is the box I've been using for probably 16 years because the last one finally fell apart. And you see the dividers here. So people wonder what the numbers are. Okay. And if I have someone I'm going to talk to on the whatever, say I'm going to talk to someone, I got to pull up the one for today, the 20th. And I go to the behind the 20th tab and I pull out the information cards from that date. And those information cards, like I said, they have all the I don't know if you see this or not. It's got all the information on the person I'm talking to. And one thing I encourage you guys, it's old school, it works. And it's a good way to keep track of people. I also have business cards on there. Because you know, we're ranchers, okay? And when we go to the feed store, which is at least once a week, there's a big old board and it's got business cards all over it. And those business cards, you know, I mean, it's like 20 feet long. And those business cards say to me, hey, I'm in business. I want to talk to you. Okay. So I leave a few cards and I take a few cards. And if I ever run low on prospects, I have thousands of business cards. And I do is I just simply call that person, like this one here is someone that does metalworks. And I'll call Alex and I'll say to Alex, hey, how's your metalwork business going? Got your card. You know, I'm into building relationships and I also refer people that I like, know, and trust. When can we talk? And you know what? It's all about talking to people. This whole business is about building relationships. If you're not into building relationships, you're in the wrong business. So you can still build a business, but I'll tell you what, this is a relationship building business. And like Dave was saying, I've known Dave for a lot of years. And what you do in the next month and a half will determine what you do in your business, not just the next 3 months of the first part of 2026. It'll determine the rest of your career, because you might get that one person. You might get the next Dave Uhouse, that sticks with it and builds a business. And don't be afraid to talk to people. I mean, like I said, one of the people I talked to yesterday, it's like, this guy's he is a top network marketing president of $1 billion company. And he's interested in LifeWave, hearing more about it. You don't know. So.
Great. Thank you. Okay. Dr. Latrice.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Robin and Gregory, for always having these meetings and so much information. And thank you, Coach Jim, for your training, the info, and your amazing sharing heart. You are always so willing to give. I was thinking when you were talking earlier, about the whole action of writing things down, the putting pencil to paper, or if you prefer pen, putting pencil to paper and what it does for us, what it does for the mind, what it does, how it connects us with the universe and activates or maybe say enhances our magnetism. I've written someone's name down and that person has called me like within 24 hours. Just the action of writing their name down. So thank you so much for talking about that. And the box is simple. The 3x5 cards, I keep those. I do the same thing. And Einstein said genius is in the simplicity. So I was just so reminded by something my grandmother said, and that was why I raised my hand. And she said, Tracy, a short pencil is better than a long memory. So write it down, write it down, write it down. Thank you.
That's so great. I just want to make a comment about Dr. Latrice. When listening to Dr. Latrice talk, can you feel the smile that she has on? It comes through her voice, doesn't it?
Oh, thank you. And that's one of the things we teach in making calls. We say, stand up. Don't sit down. Stand up raises your energy. Smile because people can hear your smile. So thank you so much, Miss
I
Robin.
just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention because it's so obvious to me, and it does make a difference if we're on the phone, what kind of energy we have. People can feel if you're smiling or not. And sometimes people say, put a mirror there and smile in it. People will know. Okay, Gigi.
Hi, I have a question. I wanted Jim to repeat what he was saying to the business card prospects. He said, "Hey, how's your metal business going? I'm in business and I refer people." Something else, because I have a ton of business cards also, and I wasn't sure how to approach them.
Well, Gigi, that's a great question. It's every conversation is different. Okay. But the idea is this. They have a business card up there, and they're, if they own a business card, then they are interested in talking to people about business. They're, whether or not they know it or not, they're network marketers because they're networking with people by giving out their cards. And it doesn't matter, what they do. People say, well, I got a business card from an attorney. How do I talk to them? Same thing. Hey, you know what? I got your card. It says you're an attorney. And, I'm into referring people and helping people grow their business. I'd like to spend a couple minutes with you, get to know a little bit about you and your company, and maybe we can share information. What's a good time to talk?
Awesome.
Just something simple, because you know what? You're not trying to tell them everything about you, or you're not trying to find out everything about them right then. You just want to build a relationship by setting an appointment. Every appointment should lead to another appointment. And so just constantly talking to people. I mean, I talk to people everywhere. And, I literally have, Gigi, I have probably 3,000 or 4,000 business cards. Because when I go, like right now, I'm going to give this guy a tip for this. I know I'm taking time, but Robin, right now, this time of year, there's all kinds of craft shows, there's gift shows, there's Christmas shows, all these different shows. We got a huge one at the Washington State Fairgrounds coming up this weekend. And so when I go to a show, I'm not going to have a booth. I've done those hundreds of times. I go there and I'm looking to meet people. And who am I looking to meet? The vendors. They're the ones that are spend the time to be out there and to share their goods. So I go around and I'll find someone that's not real busy, and I'll say, "Hey, how's the show going?" And anybody can do this, guys. Just, how's the show going? Well, it's kind of slowed today. Well, I'll tell you what. Do you know if someone like myself would do well in this show? And they say, "Well, what do you do?" They said, "Well, I work with a company. It's a technology company, and just go and share a little bit of information. Get their card and give them one of your cards if you have a card, or just get their cell phone number and text them your Live Younger site." Okay. It just, once again, building relationships, meeting people. I've signed up over the years. I've been doing trade shows for over 30 years. I don't do a lot of them anymore, but the thing is, you're gathering people's names and phone numbers. So, Gigi, think about that, this time of year, or take some of those cards you've had for a while, start calling people.
Okay, thank you.
Jim, that was amazing. And I hope everyone heard what he said. When you're walking around a trade show, the vendors are entrepreneurs. and getting to know how much do you love what you're doing. Tell me more about it. Really engage with them and then saying, do you think this would be a good show for my business? You know, that is brilliant and it really works. And then it creates their curiosity and then it goes from there. Well, you guys, thank you so much for this morning. Oh, are we going to sneak you in, Leanne? If you're brief, we'll let you sneak in, okay? You want to unmute?
Okay, thank you. I just want to ask Jim if when you're making the phone call with the people with the cards, and they don't answer, do you leave a message or you just call back another time?
No, you can leave a message because you have so many cards. You just go through it, okay? And always try to do this. Try to ask, is this a good time to talk? Because if they're busy, they're going to shut you off. They don't even want to hear from you. Say, Leanne, you know, I got your card here, and is this a good time to talk? They know you have the card, your information. Ask them, is this a good time to talk? Because if their kids are, you know, are destroying the house and they need to get to their kids, or they're just had a fight with their wife or husband, maybe it's not a good time to talk to them about, you know, your business and theirs.
Okay. All right, everyone. Well, thank you, Jim, for your wonderful coaching as always. And I invite, as we all do, all of you to really hold this time of year as, you know, we have this opportunity to give the gift of health. And coming from that place of realizing, you know, how can someone enjoy the holidays if they're in pain? I mean, it's so we can really give people hope. And that's what we do. And our technology is right in the spirit of the holidays for everyone. So thank you, Jim. Thank you for all your contributions. Let's see, we have a holiday next week. We will, I think we'll be around on Monday and Tuesday, and we'll tell you more after that. But if we don't, we will not have our Thursday call next week because we'll all be doing whatever you want to do to enjoy this powerful time in the U.S. of Thanksgiving. And we are so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you that is sharing the light. Thank you, everybody. You can unmute and say thank you if you'd like.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you, guys.
Of information.
Happy holidays.
Ways to know to celebrate.
Happy
Thank you so
Thanksgiving to those
much.
who celebrate.
Thank you. Great information.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
What's up,
Doc? Thank you, Love Tribe.
Robin, Gregory. Thanks all.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.